Oh, we are live.
Yeah, we're live. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, okay.
It says live.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Hi everyone. I don't know if you're there, or if not, we've created a couple of different hangouts. So if you can go in the other hangout and tell everyone to come to this one, because we've had too many ales and we can't quite sort it out. So just a bit of an impromptu video. I'm here with Nic, the man, the myth, the legend, Hills, and we've also got Zaheer in as well.
Via live satellite link. Can I do that thing where I get the delay and then?
Yeah. We've got our reseller rep here up in Preston area. So how's the flooding over in Preston at the moment then, Zaheer?
Oh, it's horrible. It's just horrible. There's nothing good about it. It's just terrible.
We haven't got the chat up. We can't see if anyone's.
Yeah, we've got 19 people in. Daniel Warren, Dave Rowland, Martins.
Yeah, I can see viewers now. 22.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat?
Kirsten.
I think Tom managed to set up 2 streams. There were people hanging out in the other streams live chat. If someone can pop over there and say we're on another one,
because I'm an idiot.
Between us, we couldn't figure it out. We've done I don't know how many streams. So yeah.
Between you two, you mean? I figured it out.
Yeah, we had to call Zaheer to get our live stream to work.
Because I'm the only one that's not been drinking special brew.
The special brew, for those of you that have seen the photo, is a year out of date can. We're not drinking this disgusting stuff.
A year out of date. Have you opened it to smell it?
No,
don't dare do it.
Why not?
Tom's got.
Do you think it will be like? Do you think it will be glowing? Like
possibly, yeah.
Radioactive.
Sorry, if you're wondering, this is my big shiny one here. So
nice.
Semi blocking my face.
Oh, wow. That must be awkward for you.
Yeah, just a bit.
It's quite impressive, Tom.
Yeah.
You're going to share it between
you.
What
are you feeling about?
Sorry. All right. Okay. We're set. I think I'm gonna.
Honestly, everyone watching, this has been painful. We've been here. I don't know how long we've been trying to set this up.
Like an hour.
At least half an hour.
All right. I think.
Was it like that scene in Zoolander where they're trying to get the files out of the computer?
Yeah.
No, worse.
No, blue. Is it blue steel? The pose.
Yeah, blue steel that breaks it.
Yeah. Pouting thing.
I talk about a movie where the first one was epic and then they ruined the second one.
Was the second one?
Yeah, there was a second one.
Dreadful.
Yeah, they really tried to milk it.
Brilliant.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Mogatu, yeah, but second one wasn't for me.
I just want to show this is some random stuff Tom's got in.
It's marmalade flavored schnapps.
Nice. That's got to taste good.
So if we do get any super chats in, Nick's going to do a shot of it.
Tom's drinking this stuff. I'm taking it easy tonight. Yeah, I don't know why there's 2 glasses.
Yeah. But if anyone in the chat can comment, see if you can hear us all right. I don't know. I've got the mic set up, so
I think everything looks good.
Yeah, I know.
There's 32 people in the chat.
Get chat on your phone.
There's
pro
32
skills
people
here, guys. Pro skills.
I've got the chat up here if you want. You know, there's quite a few people in there. Custom Curiosity, Polishek.
This is a bloody shambles. This is.
What would you expect?
Oh, my phone's on charge.
Yeah, hold up. I've got mine here.
Oh, there you go. George Ross has started £2 shots.
Oh no.
There you go. And
what?
Tactical
No,
Bite says it sounds fine. But yeah, so you're gonna have to take a shot now, really. And Dave Rowland has £2 super chatted as well.
Oh my god!
See, yeah,
this was such not a good idea.
I'm watching you drink this.
Right, I'll do the first one, and then Nick will do this.
I think you've got to share it out.
And Tom's good wife was like, "No, you're not doing that." And here we are.
Cheers. Cheers. I wish I didn't have anything. I think Nick should take the second one.
You're really selling that to me, you know. I'm not tiny. I'm not. Oh man, yeah, that do.
That looks like a sample, doesn't it?
Good morning, jeez.
if Andrew's watching this, sorry.
Andrew told me to take it easy. I've been getting really ill after drinking. I'm getting not hangovers, just reactions. I'm getting weird allergic reactions.
Peter Cummins says Christ looks like urine. I should just tell you that before you drink it, Nick.
It smells of.
Does it smell like it too?
Anyway, the serious topic we wanted to talk about is just wanted to have a quick.
Oh, that smells nice and tastes disgusting.
The serious topic we wanted to talk about while Nick's dying here is gaming and early sort of experiences in gaming and what made us gamers as such. That's sort of what we wanted to talk about, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I mean, we were filming a bit of a vlog earlier. You opened your brand new Snes Mini, and we were like binging on Mario Kart and Ghouls and Ghosts and stuff like that. And I was interested. I don't know when you got into gaming. What sort of period did you start gaming?
Was it Ghouls and Ghosts you played, Nick?
Yeah, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. We played Super Contra, Mario Kart.
Oh, that is quite cute.
Tiny. I was shocked because I had NES minis, but I never took one out of the box, and I've never seen one in the flesh. You can put it in the palm of your hand, look.
Okay, that does look really nice.
Yeah, and the little ports at front.
I tell you what, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I think it's a lot about nostalgia, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally.
No, the reason I say that is because as excited I am with the SNES Mini and the NES Mini, like I've not been excited enough to go and buy one. But I've heard that they're doing these like with all the old computers as well. So if an Amiga one comes out, I will be on that like white on rice. Do you know what I mean? Like I will be that for me. I think for me, like if you're talking about first gaming experiences, my first proper gaming experiences were on the Commodore Amiga, where I played shit tons, and I mean. Sorry, yeah, I've played like so much Sensible World of Soccer. I'll beat anyone. Honestly, I'll beat anyone at Sensible World of Soccer. I'm the best. The best.
The challenge.
The best. I reckon
I got into gaming about what, 1990, something like that.
Oh, I remember. Do you know what I used to have to do because it used to take so long to load up? I used to load it up and leave my Amiga like running all day. So when I'd get home from school, it would already be ready, and I'd just be able to switch on the telly and start playing.
Wow.
And I used to play it with a Mega Drive pad on my Amiga because I was so pro.
Wow. But my first thing was the Amiga as well, and I've still got it.
Yeah.
I was clearing my nan's house and I found it. All it was all ready to. I mean, it's proper yellow. It's like yellow as anything. But there was the Alfred the Chicken, Zool, Cannon Fodder. Chaos Engine.
Cannon Fodder. Now you're talking. Yeah, Cannon Fodder was just
gem.
And Chaos Engine was rock hard, but it was
impossible.
Yeah, it was. I don't even understand why it was that difficult. But yeah, Chaos Engine was incredible. And like,
I was on the other side of the fence at that time. So I had an Atari ST. They were like proper rivals.
Oh yeah, completely.
I bought the Atari STE, which was like an upgrade one.
Oh yeah.
But I only had it for about a year. I didn't really get into it, and then moved on to Super Nintendo after that. And that still is my true love, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, nice. For me, I think it always comes down to like, I suppose, what your first amazing game experience was. I think maybe that's what it is. So even though I think I'd had an Amstrad CPC before then, and I'd played on the NES. I'd never owned a NES, but like my cousin had a NES. Like I remember, I think she got bought a NES by her older sister because her older sister was like, buttering her up, so buying her like a NES, and it was amazing. And we played a lot of Super Tennis and that kind of stuff. But I never really got into the NES as much. Like it didn't give me my first like epic gaming experience. Like I think the Amiga was it for me. Like when I played Sensible World of Soccer, and when I played like I said, the Chaos Engine. Oh, there was a game called Syndicate as well, which was just
amazing.
Like,
Bullfrog made it.
Set people on fire and shit. It was just amazing. It was like you'd spend and it was all futuristic, like isometric 3D. Is that the word?
Isometric. Yeah.
Isometric. Yeah, that is the word. Yeah, like an isometric view, and you'd control these 4 little guys, and you'd have all these. It was just wicked good, and obviously Theme Park and.
The one game I remember from that era was Xenon 2 from the Bitmap Brothers.
Oh, Bitmap Brothers, that was the name, isn't it?
But yeah, Loved that to bits. It's weird because I mean, it's all about Super Nintendo for me. It was just that was it. I was like 18. I had money. I was buying the new games as they came out, and it was the first time I kind of had cutting edge technology. Before that, I'd had like Master System, and I'd had black and white Game Boy, which I loved as well. That's
kind of weird, because like when I was 18, like I remember like my gaming, I loved it then, but like looking back, I'm more nostalgic about when I was like 13, like getting my Amiga, and just I remember going to Electronics Boutique. I remember the whole process.
Yeah, I remember that place. That got bought out by Game or Game Station.
My parents bought it for me because I had a good school report or something, like really good school report. They weren't expecting it, I guess. And like I went there, and it was like 300 or 350 quid. And they went for the cheaper one, and this is like back in like the early 90s, like 91 or whatever.
Well, that's the equivalent of like 500-600 now.
But that was the cheaper one as well, because there was one which had like a 2 megabyte hard drive. It was literally, no, it was 20 megabyte hard drive. I think it was a 20 meg hard drive. We cheaped. Well, my parents cheaped out, but they didn't. Obviously, it was a lot of money for them as well. Like we got the one with just floppy drive, and it was an Amiga 1200 with the AGA chipset, so it's top of the line. And it was like I remember like came with Nick Faldo's Golf as well, and I played that. And
like that dates it so well, Nick Faldo.
Yeah. Wow. But I'd convinced my parents that was the one for me, because you could do like work on it, So like I had to load up Wordsworth, which was like which took about half a day.
I remember convincing my dad, I think it must have been 1990, to go to a computer fair at Earl's Court to go and buy this Atari ST, like on one of those trade counter things, just to get some special deal with a load of software. But yeah, I mean, I first got into gaming with the Spectrum, Sinclair Spectrum 48K Plus, in I think it was like 87 maybe.
Wow. And but it was actually when you were 18 and you got into the Snes that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. How
life just kicked off for me then. It was all about, I had cutting edge technology. I had a girlfriend. I had some money.
I had a Snes.
That's when life happened.
Balling.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I used to have a Commodore Amiga before that, and also had what's the first Mac called? The
what do they call it? Apple One or something?
Yeah, Apple One. We had one of those as well. My dad still got it.
Well, they look like square box.
Yeah, little square box.
That's worth a bit of money, isn't it?
He's still got one. I've been trying to get it off him, but yeah. So, was your Amiga Z? Was it the
1200 AGA?
Oh, you were one of those 1200 scum. Oh.
Yeah, with the AGA chipset.
I had the 600. I was the old school, and I had a half meg expansion pack, which no word of a lie.
Just stop talking your shit, Tom, because Asymmetric has just super chatted £2 and says, "So I do this, and you have to take a shot."
Oh god.
Yeah, Tom has it. I'm just going to watch him.
Just for future reference, if anyone super chats, they have to say who has a shot.
No, because any super chat, it's your channel, it's your shot. That's how it works.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was getting involved with
a really bad precedent with this video.
Yeah, we are. Sorry.
I didn't realize what was going on. Otherwise, I would have maybe.
I'm not poo drinking like Nick is. So.
You know what? Drinking. Do they get better? Is the second one better?
Yeah, lovely.
Oh yeah,
really
good. 35 people watching. Cool. Thank you everyone for joining us. I didn't know what was going on. They just said, "Yeah, do you want to come and join us for a chat?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Yeah, I didn't realize that you were going to be drinking like what looks like urine on a live stream, but
it's not my own. It's just someone else's. It's fine.
Yeah. For the record, I haven't peed in that bottle.
I have got worse shots, but I was not going to go
but
down.
Marmalade sounds like it would be so nice, especially schnapps, because that's like...
It's got a nice aftertaste.
It's got a nice aftertaste, yeah, but
the during taste... What's the during taste called?
Gross? I don't know, it's just really... yeah, not good. But this stuff is rhubarb cider.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Rhubarb cider.
Rhubarb cider.
Yeah, can
Man
recommend
alive,
that.
you guys are like bohemian or some shit.
That's not the word.
No.
There's other words.
Yeah. So no, it was just a bit of an impromptu chat. Well, since Nick was up here, we thought we'd do a bit of a quick live stream and then so just chat about computer games. So Z, did you ever get on the PlayStation 1 bandwagon? Because my first console was PS1.
I went. I didn't get a PS1. Like this was all at that age. It was about my folks, like what they'd buy me, and they obviously it was Amiga, and then my next console from the Amiga.
Sorry, I was just reading the chat. What does that mean? This is yours again.
Yeah, it's me again. This was not a good idea.
Yeah, I had a PS1. I got one quite late in the cycle when they reduced them to like, I think it was $79.99. When I was working at Virgin, it must have been about 98. Plus, I had staff discount, pretty healthy staff discount, so I got it for cheap. Gone.
Oh, wonderful.
But yeah, I didn't. I only had a PS1 for about a year. Yeah, lovely, Tom. Lovely. Yeah.
No, we went. I think after that I went straight to N64.
Yeah, I had N64.
Yeah.
See, I missed that whole generation. I was PS1, and then I was what Zaheer is now, which is PC Master Race.
PC just
and
whatever.
And I was Doom. I was all the classic ones like that, and then Unreal Tournament.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I was smashing that sort of stuff.
I
missed N64.
Well, to be honest with you, if you had Quake 3 online, then you can just F everything else, because that game, especially when you're running around and people have made John McClane skins and you're running around like Bruce Willis. Obviously not very good looking Bruce Willis, but
yeah, Quake 1 and Quake 2, because back then on the PC it was all shareware, so you get like the first level for like cheap, and then you just never get the full version.
Yeah,
sometimes it'd be free. So like all those ones, I've only ever played like the first level of Quake.
No, but Quake 3 was just online multiplayer. By the way, David McGregor, double shot, please.
God.
Double shot. That means double shot. That means.
Yeah, David, can you just clarify what you mean by double shot, please, before we continue?
And also, can you clarify who you wish to take it? Not me though, because I wasn't ready for this.
Doing smaller ones because we won't make it out of the door. We're supposed to be going out.
This chat might have to come to end like early.
Yeah. The YouTube stream might live with me chucking my guts up or something.
Funny, you guys talking passionately about PC. I've never done gaming on PC.
Oh, you know what? PC
and I kind
gaming.
of ended my real passionate gaming when first-person shooters came in. I was saying to Tom that I had a bash on Halo, couldn't get to grips with it, and left FPS then. And I'm so bad at it now.
I'm going to sound really silly, but FPS was made to play with mouse and keyboard, right? I do play FPS on consoles. Like I used to play a lot of Halo 3 on the Xbox 360. Played a lot of Halo 3, and I love it. And I was pretty okay at it.
Yeah.
Tom was talking about trying to, at some point in the future, organise like streaming and doing retro gaming and stuff. If you guys saw me playing Halo, you would just wet yourself. The whole looking around and moving at the same time, I can't even handle that. It's like Super Mario 64 was as 3D as I got. You know what I mean? That was enough. Just manipulating the camera, and that was too much for my.
No, you need to use what you got to do is Halo. The best way of controlling it is using bumper jumper. That's why if you use bumper jumper, then you can jump and aim at the same time. And there's a mode in Halo which is called SWAT, which is just so much fun because it's just headshots only. And it is so much fun. Like only when the connection's good. When the connection's not good, then suddenly it's not so much fun. But yeah.
Just to clarify, David McGregor's come back, and let me
Nick,
find
please, 2 shots. For
Nick, please, 2 shots for him.
2 shots for me?
Yes.
I'm not having 2 shots.
Nic,
this is a double.
Yeah, that's Nic's double.
They've shrunk.
And just because he's
honestly, guys, I'm a skinny lightweight. I won't leave the house.
I'm going to help him. Cheers.
God, why?
Trying to cover the reaction.
Oh, this stuff's horrible. It's one. Actually, I've got to check the date on this. Actually, I've had it quite a long time.
That's not too bad. The second one.
You see the dust on it?
How long have you had that?
Quite a while.
Ah, dear.
Yeah, it's alcohol. It's fine. It won't go bad today.
I was going to ask a question. couple of all-time favourite games, or games that really nostalgic games for you. I mean, I love, and I just put this out there. Worms.
Oh yes, yes.
I lost so many hours to Worms, and Worms, 2-player Worms, the swear words, you know what I mean? Yeah. When you get a fluky grenade shot, bounce a grenade off this and off that to just blow up the last one.
The ultimate piss take is when you can get to someone and just poke them and they just fall off the edge. That is like the biggest up yours.
The kamikaze worm was the best.
Yeah,
put the little red bandana on, and then it was.
Oh yeah, didn't he go? Yeah,
through straight. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I never had Armageddon. What was the difference in that?
I think it was just there was like super sheep and stuff like that. It was a bit more.
Oh, there's added weapons.
Yeah. We should do that. We should, do a Worms. Worms
is good. Worms is good, but like I think it's not. It doesn't really. I don't remember it as such. I remembered it because you said it.
So what would be your standout if you think back to nostalgia times? What
I'd probably say mine in terms of like mind blowing. Like it has to be like an online first person shooter on PC because because for me it's got to be Quake 3 Arena or something like that, because it was just. It was mind blowing, or Unreal when you did the mods where you were jumping around SpongeBob's bedroom, like a
for me, Unreal was rocket jumps.
Yeah, they'd make you tiny and you'd be running around like a kid's like SpongeBob decorated bedroom or something, and so you'd be like all these armored, crazy people with crazy weapons like beam rifles and rail guns and whatever, and just jumping around. It was just. I think it was because it was so cool to play online. I mean, online blew my mind, and I've been since online gaming came. I don't think I've ever played a story-driven game apart from Fallout. I think Fallout 3 was probably the only story-driven game that I've actually bothered to play since like online gaming became a thing.
Wow.
I just love online.
The only real online game I got heavily involved with was Mario Kart. You know what I mean?
Oh, Nic thrashed me on Mario Kart earlier, just to clarify. But the reason why is my controller was defective. So I think I'm going to have to send back the Snes back to Amazon or something, because I'm sure my buttons weren't working or something.
I'm sorry, I've got to give a shout out to Dave Rowland, because he's picked out one of the best things that Quake did. When you started to get on to like a killing spree, the announcer would shout out things, so like first blood, dominating, godlike, and like Halo did something. They copied that basically in Halo 3, where you'd get double kill, triple kill, overkill
or something.
Pardon? It was overkill. It was double kill, triple kill, overkill. Oh god, I can't remember. Like, and you get medals for each one. And I think I got up to like 7 or 8 kills in a row or something, but I never got like 10.
I was never into that whole PC thing anyway, and then the online. But when we had the gaming shop, there used to be people obsessed with Counter-Strike. Was that?
Oh my god, yeah, that's just something else.
Still is.
Yeah.
And there used to be tournaments and paid events and all of that.
Oh, Nic, if you actually look at Counter-Strike now, it's $1 million tournaments now. It's insane. Yeah, those guys are like superstars. I think all I know about them is there's a team called Ninjas in Pajamas, NIP, and they're like known as like the kind of the Harlem Globetrotters, I suppose, of the Counter-Strike world or something. I don't know a lot about it, but my brother is really into it, and that game is brutally hard. like to play against people that know how to play it. That game is like, yeah, I mean, I play it, but I only play it for fun. I play death, like, again, you know, like modded maps where you just run around doing deathmatch. But if you actually play the game, it's like just strats, and it's too much for me, really. Like, yeah, CS:GO, and CS:GO is the latest version.
Yeah. But there was the whole big gambling debacle.
Yeah, there was actually like a service which was using people's computers to mine Bitcoin. So people were installing this client to play on a private server, and then this company was actually using everyone that had signed up. They were using their computers to mine Bitcoin or something, which is crazy. You know.
Yeah, saying about Halo 3, actually, all I remember, well, one of the big things about Halo 3 I remember was that anytime you got killed, someone teabagged you. It was all the time.
Yes.
Toggle teabag, you're lying there dead on the floor, and there's a guy.
So funny. Guy just crouching down.
I just like, really.
I used to do that a lot.
It was probably you that did it.
There's nothing better. It was just funny. The thing is, you can make such good friends playing these games. I mean, I think actually one of the games that in recent times that did that was the first Gears of War on Xbox 360. That was like, that took up a bit of my time as well, and like I made quite a few good friends playing that. I don't keep in touch with them anymore because I suppose they were just Xbox friends.
Yeah,
like kind of sad in a way because they were quite cool people, but you only spoke to them on the mic. But it gets to that unhealthy stage where you come home and you play games.
Oh, I thought you meant like unhealthy stage, like sharing dick pics or something. You
know? No, not like that. I meant more like coming home, saying hi to the wife, and then getting straight onto the Xbox, and while she's sitting there thinking, "This sucks."
Did you guys? I'm kind of slightly older than you guys, and for me, it was a lot about the arcades, because when I was at the peak of really into gaming, it was around end of the 80s, early 90s. And I would literally cycle from Hitchin to the coast, about 80, 90, 100 miles, whatever it is, to camp anywhere I could put my tent up to play arcades, because that's the only place you could get.
That's pretty hardcore. Cycling 90 miles and then camping.
And I remember I did my GCSEs in 1990. I had a few weeks off when most of my mates were a little bit younger than me or a little bit older. It's weird how it worked out in my village. So there's nobody about. So I just said, Mum, I'm getting on my bike and I'm going to the coast. Didn't know where I was going. I just had a backpack with a tent just so I could play RoboCop and Hard Driving and Operation Wolf in the arcades. Because at that point at home, I had, I don't know, a Master System or something, or the Atari ST. And the arcades was where it was at.
For me, the arcades, it was the Simpsons arcade machine. That was the one that I remember. Mortal Kombat and the Simpsons arcade.
That's sort of early 90s.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's weird, like
Turtles.
Four-player Turtles.
Turtles was amazing.
I've been watching loads of YouTube vids about arcade run-throughs and people restoring cabinets now. Oh, I waste too much time watching people fixing arcades.
When it comes to arcades, it was like, for me, it was, I used to go, because obviously we lived in Croydon, I used to go up to Goodge Street in London, and they had an arcade there. And the reason why I used to go there was to play Street Fighter Third Strike and Marvel versus Capcom 2, I think it was. And like, it was just those games you'd go there, and there was so many people into it, but it got pretty kind of like, you know, there was a bit, you know.
Did you go to Sega World when that was going?
In the Trocadero Centre. Yeah.
So, on the top of that. I remember going there when they had pretty cool Daytonas and when they had that fighter.
That was like the big one, but the cool arcade was the one on Goodge Street, because it was a proper dingy one where you go down like on the top they've just got gambling machines, and then you have to go down some stairs, and it would be like this really dingy room full of arcades.
I didn't know about that at the time. We just used to go up to Trocadero.
It was right next to Warren. It was Goodge Street Tube Station. Yeah.
Oh no, I missed that. I remember, like I say, when Virtua Fighter came out, whenever that was, must have been 1991, 92. And there was like a queue of people queuing up to put a couple of quid in for a go. And it was just mind-blowing, that place. So now the virtual reality machine, as was then, a great big machine with a thing you put on your head that hurt your neck. It was so heavy.
I never played those.
I remember this virtual reality, and there was like a submarine one where like it had like a scope thing, and like you put your head into it where other teenagers' heads had been, and it just smelled like of cheese and like rubber, and it was grim.
I remember going on a flight sim one, and it was just so heavy and bulky, and it was.
That's
just
crazy.
the thrill of being able to look over your shoulder at what was coming.
Yeah. Because when I was a teenager, I worked at Alton Towers. So,
cool.
Yeah, after we finished work, they'd leave the arcade machines on free play. So it'd be like House of the Dead, Outrun. What's that other one as well? Area 51. So those all the shooter ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, we used to get free play on them after we finished work. It was amazing. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I used to go up there a fair bit in the 90s.
Yeah, cool.
When Corfu was there.
That's pretty epic, though, to travel that far. That's
Yeah, I loved it. I used to cycle, so I was really fit back then. And now we've tried to start getting fit again for this walk we're doing. I realise how unfit I am.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Just because I feel like we're leaving out the chat a bit. There's some great comments in the chat talking about different games. Skate or Die.
Oh yeah.
Lemmings as well.
Lemmings.
I love Lemmings. That is a great shout.
Oh, Daytona, definitely. Daytona was
you know, different things like that. Command and Conquer, another Red Alert. I smashed that. And also Warcraft, the original Warcraft and Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness, someone mentioned. Again, I spent a lot of time on that. What else have we got? People talking about Exploding Sheeps. I'm assuming that's Worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Half-Life as well.
The original game. Half-Life. And Half-Life 2 as well.
I don't know when they're doing the third one, but what's his name? Gabe Newell needs to get.
He's got too much money. He doesn't need
too much money from Steam. So, but if you've got any questions, just pop it in the chat, and we'll try and
mention that we were talking earlier. You're going to think about, or you are going to do it like a. Is it going to be a separate channel?
Yeah, it's a separate channel. I've set it up already, but I just need to do the tweaking. Gaming channel where I'm going to talk about.
What you want,
why they're popular, a bit of the back history, and then about the resale value. I'm also going to do some like let's plays and stuff like that. So,
well, this sort of hangout, because the thing is, I mean, we've touched on gaming when I've chatted with Zaheer briefly, and you could talk about it for ages,
hours.
You should just do on that channel. We could just have impromptu hangouts and invite different people on and ask them what games they played, what they were into.
You know, who's a massive gamer?
Because everyone's different.
Golden Finger Picker. He's like, he's massive into his third person because he used to be in the army. He's big into his third person shoot. First person.
Chad was a gamer.
Yeah. I'm on it. I'm linked to him on PS4. Yeah.
What does he play? Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's on the new Call of Duty. Yeah.
Call of Duty, man.
Yeah.
COD 4 was really good, and I really liked World at War. No, you know the World War II one.
World at War was the sort of last World War II, other than this.
Yeah, I think so.
But there was Medal of Honor was a World War II one as well, wasn't it?
Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor to me is like, I think of that and GoldenEye. They're very similar.
Oh, that's the game that comes up. Oh, GoldenEye.
But GoldenEye, basically, GoldenEye multiplayer. If you play Odd Job, you win because you've got to look down to shoot him. That was the key. It was a pain in the arse. I remember. That.
I never had that when I had I didn't have N64 for that long. But
I remember getting it on import, and we had it for 6 months before. Like I had to have like this contraption which you plug into the console, and you'd have to plug a PAL game on the back, and then the US game at the top. But you know what was really shit about it, or bad about it? Sorry, it was I used my Mario 64 cart to do it, and it would wipe the save games. So like it would lose all your progress on. So you had to use certain games which didn't wipe the memory. But yeah, that's how I used to play GoldenEye, because we had it for like 6 months before it came out in the UK, which was so cool. I remember that cost me an arm and a leg. I think that cost me in total cost me 85 quid to play GoldenEye.
Yeah, well, importing wasn't expensive. Yeah. Well, gaming full stop was more expensive. Well, I mean, Super Nintendo wise, there was no going on Amazon to get it cheap. There was no price cutting at all. It was 40 quid.
Yeah.
for new release wherever you went, and you wanted that game early, so you wanted to get it on Jap import or US import.
Well, no, even in the UK, N64 pushed the bar, because I remember games came out at 60 quid a pop, and I remember when Turok came out, it came out at 79.99. And that was just the standard price at Electronics Boutique. But most games were 60 quid a pop, and that was it.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was 94 going to buy Super Mario All Stars, and I had to get some money out of my student loan, and I think that was 69.99 or 59.99. But I didn't think twice about doing it. It was like, I am a Mario addict. I am paying whatever it is.
Yeah. The only time I got games cheap was I used to go to the computer fairs, you know, where you buy the RAM and all that stuff and random tools. You'd get the random shareware software bins that were like games from like 10 years ago or something that were cheap. That was the only time, but you just paid full price and that was it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, my addiction for gaming got quite bad when I started playing like all my fighting games, because then I wanted to get all the Japanese versions because they ran better and they were full screen. They didn't have bars, and plus certain games you just didn't get. And I remember like when I had the Saturn, and I was importing in X-Men versus Street Fighter, and mind blowing, and those games were just incredible. They were just so much fun. X-Men, Street Fighter, Marvel versus Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter. And all those games they were so epic.
Street Fighter was the only fighting game that I really well, you said it earlier, when you become one with the controller and the moves, you don't have to think about what move to do, you just do it. I played Street Fighter so much. I think I said in the vlog I was making earlier, I had calluses on my thumbs from the D-pad, from doing the
circle ones,
the little, Hadouken and all that. Oh man!
See, I used to love it, but I was dreadful because the fat fingers. I couldn't get round. I got the enthusiasm, but just not the manual dexterity.
It's like you and me typing on Messenger. How we were only good at gaming beyond me. We can't type.
I might as well just slap my phone. I've moved on to another one. We're on.
I got my arcade stick.
Oh,
that's cool. You have to speak, otherwise you can't see it.
That cost me like 120 quid or something, but well worth it.
I used to have one of them, but I sold it to a guy. His channel's called Tootie UK. He's like a gaming guy.
Didn't you pick one up when you came down to visit me?
Yeah, when I came down, and he fixed it. Cool. He resold the joints and.
This is the coolest thing. This is how you play.
Well, that's like an arcade.
Yeah, it uses proper. It's got all Sanwa buttons and stuff on it, so it's a Sanwa joystick, Sanwa buttons. So it's like, it's just like it was actually based on the Street Fighter 4 arcade cabinet, but I use it for all my fighting games. So it's like, epic.
I just saying, we're on to a new one. We're on to Barrel Roller at the moment, 6%.
Guys, I'm sorry to be a party pooper, but I'm gonna have to go in a little while. Not too long.
That's cool, man.
We should.
Anyway. We should. I mean, it's wrap it up in 5 minutes.
No, I stay till like 9:30, and then
that's fine. Yeah. So, we'll have to do this another time, obviously.
But yeah, this has been epic, though. I love talking about games, though. Dave Rowland says we have Street Fighter tournaments at our yearly retro revivals. Z, you should come. Blitz says that Legend of Zelda, he remembers, was like 100 quid new. That's higher than I remember it, but yeah, I don't remember it being that expensive.
No, I don't remember it being.
Oh, my Switch turned up today.
You bought a Switch?
Yeah. Well, there was Black Friday deals. I was out with Andrea. We were meeting friends for the Christmas tree lights thing, and I happened to mention to Andrea, "Oh, Black Friday deals on Switch, all blah blah blah," and she goes, "Oh, I'm going to have to tell you, I've already bought you one." And then it arrived this morning.
Oh, wicked!
So yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it until my birthday though.
Oh well, you got a Switch. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
I think I've got the Mario Kart bundle.
There's a game that I think we should play though, Nick. You need to get into, like, on PC, called PUBG, like Player Unknown. We'd have a right laugh playing that. Honestly, it would be.
Is it an FPS?
It's like third person, isn't it?
You can play it third person. Yeah, you can play it third person.
I'd be crap at it, but I'll have a go.
Yeah, it would be really fun though, because it's like
I don't have a PC.
Apparently, nobody plays
one.
That,
just get one. just buy one. Just get one.
Just get one.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah.
Just everyone just buy a Switch. There you go. That's sorted.
Well, apparently, we've got a gauntlet throwdown here from David McGregor. Nick, I will hammer you on Mario Kart on Switch.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah, David McGregor likes to smack talk. Just because he can beat, some great show
about Mario Kart, David.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, give me a few days to practice, and we'll exchange IDs or whatever. I don't know how you do it on the Switch. I think you have to exchange your.
Well, Nick, earlier we were playing on Mario Kart, and he managed to lap me on Mario Kart. So that shows.
This was we booted up your SNES Mini, and we went straight to Mario Kart. Oh, I just love that game. But I found the controls really just unforgiving. I was trying to power slide, and just the timing was out. But once I sorted that,
I was gone.
It was all over, was it?
Yeah, 4-0, I think it was.
Yeah, it was 4-0. And then we went on battle mode, and I managed to take myself out. So
he was just firing green shells at himself.
Yeah, just Nick could just sit there, and it's fine. So just checking the chat. Fortnite as well is it's like PUBG as well. Someone's mentioned Overwatch. I can't get into that. Another Blizzard.
I like Blizzard, but
I like Blizzard stuff. I've never gone into the WoW stuff because
Diablo's fun. Me and Beck used to play Diablo together. It's really sad, but we'd sit on our PCs and like we'd both play Diablo. Like we put it on like a really hard difficulty so we could get loot. And we'd sit there for hours, like, because the thing is, again, because of PC so epic, right? It can chuck loads of enemies at you. So when you're playing through the harder levels, you're going through like the kind of the corridors of hell, right? But the amount of bad guys that the game throws at you is insane at times. Like it is insane, and all you see is just guts everywhere. It's just you're going in and you just destroy. You know,
that's cool though that you had that you could play together. I mean, I think. Andrea has got into Mario Kart. I tried really hard to get Andrea into Mario Kart, but that's about as
Beck's really she's quite particular about what she plays, but she loves like games like Diablo where where she can just get lost in the game and she will just play it. Like last game she went into was like Fallout 3 and she just played the hell out of that game.
She needs to get on Fallout 4. I've just passed the 250-hour mark on Fallout 4, so she needs to get into that.
Dave Rowland says StarCraft 2 was my addiction. StarCraft, we haven't even mentioned that game. You know what? I never StarCraft was one of those games I enjoyed watching people play, like the tournaments, because I there's no way I could play it like they play it. It was just man, those guys, they're at like APMs that are just mental. Like their fingers don't stop moving. They just icicle.
Yeah,
that's another world.
Going back to what you were saying earlier, Z, about online friends, it's funny because I used to play Call of Duty a lot. I was quite good at it. Well, I like to think I was quite good at it. I used to play Black Ops quite a lot. Yeah. And there was a guy who used to make YouTube videos. His name's Gary, but I met him through Xbox, playing on Xbox. I must have mentioned my Microsoft, whatever it's called, the tag name thing, whatever it's called, and he added me. And for years we used to play Call of Duty. And then I randomly went up to Edinburgh where he lives, and I met up with him. And he's a sound guy, and it was the weirdest thing because I went up with my friends, and it's like, how do you explain knowing this person? Like, I do quite well, and it's like. How do you know Gary? It's funny you should say that, but I met him on the internet and it wasn't Grindr.
It was no. Halo did that for me actually. Like at the time, obviously, I was down south. I was working in Harwich, and in the evenings I was just playing Halo 3, right? And then this guy, his name was Darren. He was such a funny guy, right? He was from Sheffield or something, and he knew where I worked. We used to talk every night playing Halo, and he popped in to see me like on the off chance when they were staying down in London, and it was just really cool because it was like, it was because they're like, they're like your mates, I suppose, aren't they? Because you're just every night you're talking and playing. It's just so much fun. I mean, it brings back a big smile to my face, like thinking about the maps and like grabbing the shotgun underneath in that Snowbound or whatever it was called. You have to go down and grab the shotgun and get the invisibility, and you just wait for noobs to walk in, and I used to love meleeing people as well.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We need to sort this out, Z. We need
Halo. You know what we need? You know what isn't like Halo 5 or something on the Xbox? I don't even have an Xbox, man. I'm like an animal.
Oh,
yeah, and I can't now. I can't have any of that stuff.
Why?
I'm just going to play PC.
Yeah, just did your whole no.
I'm minimalist now.
Sell that coffee maker.
I've sold the coffee machine.
What?
Yeah.
Sold the coffee machine. Got a dog.
Oh.
Yeah, got a dog. The dog kind of cancels it out.
Well, sell some C parts and buy an Xbox One. Now they're cheap.
No, how cheap are they?
We can play Mario Kart.
How cheap are they? I know. I'd rather play Halo, to be honest. I like Mario Kart, but my girls like playing that.
Yeah.
What, Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get one. I'll play against your girls. That's fine.
Well, yeah. But
we'll
we'll probably wrap this up. But I think we should do this again. I mean, even when you're back at home, I think we should try and
get away that easy, Tom.
Okay, we've had a last super chat of me doing a shot. So
Ace 13. Too long since the last shot, don't you think, Tom?
Oh, guys, my phone's still working as well. You know, I put it in the oven.
Congratulations, yeah.
Did you really put it in the oven?
Yeah, I took the motherboard out. I unscrewed it, took the back off. It was actually quite easy. Took the motherboard out and put it in the oven at 200 degrees, like for about 5 minutes, just the motherboard. And it's working like really great.
You're so making that up.
No, honestly.
Cheers.
Well, have a good.
This
cheers.
is not going to end well, but cheers.
Oh, that's a big glass as well. Big shot. Oh, God.
We haven't even left the house yet.
No. I can't imagine this ending. Are you going to be uploading things to Facebook Live, maybe?
Yeah, I think we might be going live on Facebook.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah.
PUBG will be on Xbox One soon.
Down with the side, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that might.
I think we might be going live on Facebook at some point, maybe.
Did you see that? Tactical Byte says PUBG will be on Xbox One.
Really? Oh, cool.
He says he can't see it being any good. I agree, because it'll be better on PC. But to play, just so you can play with all the heathens, you can just pick up an Xbox.
No,
all you lowbrow console players.
You need to lower your tone and get a console, Z. Because
check out my mechanical keyboard, bitch.
Just because it's got green lights does not make you cool.
No,
it does. It makes me the coolest person. And when I press the buttons, listen to that sound.
I'm still listening.
Right. On that note, we better let you go and get on with your life, mate.
Yeah,
you can walk that dog and think about buying an Xbox One.
I think I will. I might actually. All right, guys. Thanks for having me on. It was a good laugh. We should do this definitely again.
Yeah, we should definitely do it again. And if any of you guys are interested in us getting really drunk, keep an eye on the Facebook page. We'll try and put something in the chat.
I'm taking it easy.
But I can't imagine how this evening's going to go.
I am genuinely going to take it easy on him. Only a few Jaeger bombs, not too many, so it'll be fine.
Andrew's probably watching this and she'll be like going, no.
I'm a marked man now, so there you go. So thanks everybody in the chat. Sorry I haven't really given many shout outs, but Tactical Buy, Dave Roland, Blitz, Asymmetric again. Thanks for all the super chats. God, there's loads of people as well.
And if you're watching this after the event, just let Tom know what sort of stuff would be good on your channel. Because I think this is a great format just to get old sad geezers talking about games.
Because it also gives you an idea why the games are worth money, because they're not just numbers on a page. They're, if people are passionate about them, they're going to be worth money.
The only reason the SNES Mini and the NES Mini are sold in buckets for is because of memories. It's just because we were 18 when we played it.
When the Amiga comes out, I'm probably going to have to fight not to buy it. We'll have to fight.
Me too.
Because they're going to make it really cute and small, aren't they? And it's going to have working buttons, and they're going to put like deluxe paint on it, maybe. Or no, was it Zool? Oscar? Oh man, the names just keep going. Jimmy White Snooker. Oh my god, that game
the
was
one where
sick.
you sit long enough, the balls went hello. I had a snooker game where if you didn't touch it or do anything for long enough, the balls had little faces. Or maybe I was on something.
I don't know. Maybe you were taking something while playing, but
actually, yeah, possibly.
Ignore that last comment.
Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker was amazing. Oh, we never even mentioned that game where you play like in space. Elite.
Elite.
Oh god, I remember kids at school being fanatical. I never got into it, but it was huge.
They're coming out with like a new Elite and Dangerous one where it's a bit like No Man's Sky, but it's like bigger. And like,
how can you get bigger?
Not bigger than No Man's.
Can I just say one other thing? One memorable mention. Blade Runner was epic.
I never played that.
Yeah. No, do you know why it was epic though? Because it was my first game on DVD. When I got my first when I got my Pentium 2 333 megahertz PC, Pentium 2, top of the line, it had a DVD drive in it, and to give you something to use at DVD, because not much used DVD at the time, and the DVD movie was like 30 quid odd at the time. I had Blade Runner, and it was just epic. It was just one of those clicky games like Monkey Island, which is another classic.
Okay,
Monkey Island.
It was like one of those, like Grim Fandango.
That was amazing as well.
I've never played it. I've heard good things.
Yeah. Grim Fandango was epic. It was LucasArts game. That was good.
Monkey Island.
Guys, we're gonna keep going.
We need to. We'll cut it here anyway. Thanks everyone in the chat. I really appreciate it. We've had about 30 or so viewers.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, the Celtic Traders have been live and Texas Gal Treasures have also been live. So sorry, we've kind of done that, but we had to do it now before we go and drink. So cheers.
Cheers to here.
Cheers to here. Thanks for joining us. Otherwise, it would have just been us talking rubbish. And thanks everyone in the chat.
See you later.
And the last one is from Tactical Buy, which
Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah. The strip poker on Leisure Suit Larry was ace. So we'll leave it at that.
Super.
See you later, guys.